Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Up at Noon Thanksgiving Spectacular. I am Max Scoville, and this is Marty Sleva.
Bart!
Yeah, Brian couldn't be here.
Yeah. He passed away.
Like the worst Thanksgiving dad ever. He has decided to disappear on this important holiday. In all seriousness, Brian, I don't even know.
How honest are you going to get?
Brian's got pizza problems. Real bad pizza problems.
Yeah, he made a sauce that was too powerful.
Yeah, he's got dirty bad boy body. It's a problem that happens when you have too much of the sauce. So what we're doing is we're going to have a bunch of friends come by and play games that we're thankful for.
Yeah.
First off, Marty's here. Marty, we do a nice podcast every week called Podcast Beyond.
We do. It's the number fun PlayStation podcast.
The number fun. Yeah, we legally aren't allowed to say what rhymes with fun, which is one, because it's not true, and lying is against the law in the town of rules. So speaking of rules and towns, we're going to start this out by playing a game called Saints Row the Third.
Yeah.
If you've never heard of this game, you've been missing out on something very special.
Yeah.
Because it's a game where you can dress up like my cool custom character, Ketchup the Hamburger, otherwise known as Andrea Goldenfarb. You can just kick
Why is this character so angry? What was that horse thing that showed up there?
I don't know.
So, it's going to be a little different because it's the two of us, but the reason originally you guys are going to play this is because this game actually does mean a lot to Brian.
Yeah, we're kind of going to be jumping around. Basically, we've got, special guests jumping in to play games that they find special. Brian found this game special because he played it during a very bad breakup.
Yeah, he was going through a rough patch, and he was still living with the girl at the time while trying to find a different place to live. And the way he coped was with some good old escapism through this game.
Yeah.
And I think both of us can sort of sympathize and empathize with that. It's happened to the best of us. This happened to come out, I think, just at the right time for him, because he's a real weird man.
He's an odd dude.
Yeah.
Brian hides it well, because he doesn't seem like he's weird,
Yeah.
But he is. He's very strange. The way he explained it to me is he watched a lot of Ren and Stimpy growing up. And when you hear how often he talks about horses and just goes into weird...
He likes horses more than I like anything.
Yeah, that's kind of true.
There's certain things I really do like.
But a lot of this kind of strangeness of Ren and Stimpy is something that I realize Brian kind of carries, but he has it in kind of a different way than I would have expected.
Yeah.
It's sort of like when you find out that, like, Ponyo is a Little Mermaid story.
Yeah.
Like, that's the best way I can explain it.
Yeah, totally. He hides it well. He's not quite like the close-ups of Ren and Stimpy. Those are the weird things.
But he looks like one.
I mean, he looks like he's got the bloodshot eyes, and there's always a horse looking through his window. That was good.
I love that you can just be this big topless nightmare.
Yeah, and it has a very rough Englishman's voice.
Yeah.
Its memories are out.
Also, I love this game, and I love the GTA games as well, but I think that the best way you can kind of separate them is that the moped in GTA is a homophobic slur.
Yeah.
And the one in this is just called the Widowmaker.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like, those are two different jokes you could make. Like, it's kind of like an At Midnight bit,
Yeah.
you know? Like...
Oh, that's a good way to put it, actually.
Oh, look at that. Ketchup is squirting ketchup all over this fine dock.
A little ketchup? So is this ketchup skin? Its skin is very golden?
Ketchup mustard.
Get a little golden fart.
Hot dog and the hamburgers. Who is chasing me? Is it the cops?
That's a little... Yeah, it is a bad boy. It's a Martin Lawrence.
I was really excited for this game when it came out.
Yeah.
And when I played it, I was still very happy with it, but I think I wasn't... It did kind of the same thing that Metal Gear Solid 5 did, where by the time I got it, I was like, oh, I've seen a lot of this already.
Yeah, totally.
Like a lot of the weirdness, the end-game weirdness. Wow, I kind of did land that.
Yeah,
That's
that was
pretty
good.
Cool. Hey, it's my favorite thing. It's hot dogs.
Hot dogs! It's
hot
you!
doggy dogs!
According to that sign, they're good.
Yeah, I like that I'm playing as a hot dog woman.
I mean, games are about allowing you to live your deepest power fantasies, and yours is to be a cool hot dog lady.
A dirty old hot dog.
Uh-oh, this isn't going to end well.
What is this, like... This is the kind of game that I want to show to somebody just from the future or from the past. Yeah. Either way, really.
Yeah.
Someone from the distant future where nobody's allowed to have like the Giver future.
Oh.
Like they don't have color and
everything's sort of black and white.
You've never seen color before? Well, let me give you a stroke.
Yeah. I mean, that's the weird thing is if like someone if who's a cool person from the past? Magellan, he was a cool past person.
Yeah.
But if he came to our time, you're like, "Hey, look at this thing." He'd probably think this is the greatest invention ever.
Also, one of the big disappointments about playing 3, going back to it after having played 4, is by the time you get to 4, when you do this, a car will explode.
Yeah.
And you get amazing superpowers.
Yeah, and 4 got weird because by then you're just flying and like you don't really need cars anymore. What do you want? What do you want to see from? I mean, they have to be working on a Saints Row 5. You imagine?
Now you feel special.
What the hell, man?
That was rude.
Yeah, I kind of hope that they... I feel like they're kind of going to have to make it a game about, like, building a city at this point, because everything's gone so customizable, and, like, it's always been a game about really kind of making your own stuff. Like, GTA, you can put on crazy outfits, but, you know, you can't... Stop doing it.
Stop it.
You can't,
Rude little nasty slow.
awful dirty boys. Yeah, but you can't, like, you can't just, like, create your own character.
Yeah, I love the idea of the game is almost like after the prologue, you sort of, it's like the way Vegas was formed, where, like, you go out into the middle of a desert, and you really have nothing. You're like, well, let's build something weird here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to see that throughout the course of a game, the weird progression.
I mean, if it's like a Sim City where you can...
Oh, man, if you could, like, zoom out to, like, a macro level and then zoom in.
And if you want to, you can make a totally serious crime game, but at the same time, you know, this campaign probably won't support it.
I think that's real. I think you should design video games.
I think it'd be a lot of fun.
I think you should stop being on talk shows with sweet Italian boys and just start doing that.
Nice. That man just dropped a whole pile of money. Schmitten on Kittens. Steelport's Animal Adoption Information and Cremation Center.
He looks... Oh, that got sad at the end.
Oh, yeah.
I was real happy until the cremation part.
I remember when they were marketing this game, they were like, it's got different crotch attacks for every single weapon.
Yeah.
Let's test that out.
Now,
Yep.
is this... I read a rumor this is based on a true story?
Yeah.
It's based on the events, the events of Cleveland?
Yes. Good God. What the hell? I thought you were going someplace quaint with that. Like, this is, yeah, the tale of Seabiscuit. You're right.
Oh, no, I read a biography on Cleveland. Do people write biographies on cities?
I don't think that's what that's called.
Is it called a cityography?
That's awful.
Yeah.
But it's kind of great, too.
And it is nice, like, you know, GTA has sort of cornered the market in terms of these big open-world crime games. Are you just... I feel like this is that thing where the friend comes and pushes over.
This is such a nightmare.
Dumb video game.
Nightmare. Yeah. I respect that they acknowledge that video games are sort of pretty stupid.
Yeah.
I love them.
Yeah,
I love them because they're so stupid.
Yeah, this to me is done with the same sort of, I don't know, I guess sincerity is the right word for it, but like as Blood Dragon was, where it's just like, listen, we're going to be sincere in how dumb this medium can be at some points.
Yeah. The fact that they were like, getting into a car normally is real boring.
So you're going to jump right through that window, get shards of glass all over you. But no.
Can't get past that girder, though.
No, that's a real tough girdle. That was how all the events in Cleveland started. It was very tough. What is that thing?
That's a laser.
Oh, get out of there.
What is that? Chupacabra?
Yeah, that's a Mexican folklore creature that eats goats.
The goat eater.
The goat eater.
I like that they keep finding chupacabras, but then they find out that a raccoon just lost its hair in somebody's pool.
It's just an ugly raccoon.
I feel like that happens every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Somebody's like, we found the chupacabra. And they're like, no,
like,
false
nope,
alarm.
just a real ugly hairless
another
raccoon.
Real sick animal.
Yeah.
Man, I kind of want to go back and just replay these. There's so many new games. Wow, I found some sex. Yeah, I really want to go back and replay this game. It's so silly.
That's what, like, this year was sort of like defined by these giant open world games.
This was the same year as Skyrim.
This year absolutely. But I'm just even talking about like this year, 2015, between you know, stuff like Witcher and Batman and Metal Gear and now Fallout and Tomb Raider. And I like the idea of something. Just Cause, absolutely. I feel like Just Cause is the one that carries the torch of this game closest. Just because it is about, like, listen, we're not going to take ourselves super seriously. Like, just tether yourself to everything and just pull water. Like,
some people just want to have fun.
That was what the Cyndi Lauper song was about. Certain people.
Some people just want to have fun. I like the gender-neutral Cyndi Lauper. That's a great idea. Everybody wants to have a good time. Yeah. I guess that's kind of what Wang Chung was doing with everybody Wang Chung.
Yeah, originally it was just males age 18 to 35 are ready to have fun tonight.
Like, Wang Chung, it turns out that not everybody's listening to music. Marty, thank you so much for joining me.
It's my pleasure.
For Saints Row. I'm going to have you come back towards the end here for a very special game. Coming up next, we have another fine guest, but it's a mystery.
Ooh.
We'll be right back in a second. Thank you for watching Up in the Thanksgiving special. Oh yeah, one thing. This is something I want to settle once and for all.
Oh no.
What's up with them the marshmallows on the potatoes they do at Thanksgiving?
That's terrible. On yams? Don't put marshmallows on yams. And don't put marshmallows in yams, and don't put water chestnuts in your stuffing.
That's a good answer.
Yeah.
All right. We'll be right back.